From the time I was a young kid, you were taught when you have a responsibility, you have to ensure you take care of it. You're accountable for what you've been told to do. It had always attracted me, the idea that somebody had served our country and had fought in World War II. When I was in high school, my varsity football coach was a former Marine. My basketball coach fought at the Chosin Reservoir as a Marine. So when I came here, it was natural to probe your coaches and find out who are they, what do they stand for. My freshman football coach was this extraordinarily humble man. He had been a member of the 442nd Combat Team. It was Bill Kachikawa. Then Frank Cush, the varsity football coach at ASU, he was a soldier. He served in the 1950s. He had been assigned to be the OIC of the Airborne School at Fort Benning, Georgia. He had designed all that training, and he brought all those interesting techniques with him to Arizona State and shared them with us. So after a while, it just became, when you had a responsibility, something you needed to do, it's your duty, you did it, period. So I took my last final. I was going to come back after football season and finish. And a little 3-digit, and you open your little mailbox and your envelope comes out, and I couldn't believe I got a letter on my last day of school. I was driving out of town that afternoon. And I opened it, and believe it or not, it really does say, "Greetings from the President of the United States." I'd been drafted. I can tell you that between or among the coaches that I had, the teachers that I had, my parents, and what I was taught, and certainly what was instilled in me at Arizona State, was you have a responsibility and you will carry it out.
All of the features that he has exhibited in the 56 years we have been married have been remarkable. He has served his country with distinction. He has served his family with love and with honor.
I was qualified to apply for FBI duty. I went over to interview at the federal building in San Francisco, and I was walking up to the federal building, and they had this metal sign blowing in the San Francisco breeze, and it said, "The Marines are looking for a few good men to fly the Phantom." I said, "That's me." Best decision I ever made, after asking my wife to marry me.
I really admired his dedication to his family. He taught me that you don't have to choose one or the other. Wherever we went in the world, we would, the plane would land, and the first person he would call would be Mrs. Goodman.
His dedication to the mission came through every single time, every operation that Lieutenant General Goodman was involved in. The safety and security of our nation obviously were number one.
No matter how often he was deployed, no matter where he was, he always seemed to have time for us. The other thing that jumps out when I think about growing up, and pardon me here, is just how impressive my dad is and was.
There was a time when there had just been a tropical cyclone in Burma, and I was in command at the time, and I happened to be in Thailand running a very large 12-nation exercise, and there was a massive tidal flood, and they were really on their heels. So the United States, for a period of a month and a half, with me as the JTF commander, ran disaster support operations in Burma.
He is a very strategic and operational thinker, but at the same time, he was a very, very compassionate leader.
I am now an instructor with a master's program at Arizona State teaching leadership, planning, and decision-making.
Everything he has done reflects well, not only on Arizona State University and him being an alumni of that great school, but of everything else. I was always asked growing up, who's my hero? Well, it's my dad.